Well, the Packy woke me up at 3:30 this morning. Who's the Packy? That's the name that somebody has assigned to the operators of the electronic harassment, because people that continue to force me to talk under, what are they doing? Well, they're using that electronic harassment to squish all the muscles of my scalp really tight, and then they're indicating that they're using it to squish the meninges of my brains or something. I don't know. This is what Packies do. I don't know. They've always. I can't help you out because electronic harassment is we use the word Packy over and over again. You'll see they loved me to use the word Packy. It's not in my. I can't stop this electronic harassment. What it elicits, illicit. They love the word illicit because if I'm an item, what's an item? Well, I don't know. This is like an item at the grocery store, and eliciting me picking up this thing by electronic harassment is what eliciting is. You get the victim to pick something up and call it an item. What is an item? Well, you got a barcode. It's an item. So if you treat me the same as everybody else, I'm not a human being. I'm not a sentient human being, and I'm not unique. I don't know. I'm one of 8 billion grains of sand that we call humanity, and therefore I'm no better or worse than any other human being because we're all equivalent to grains of sand. Blah 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 is just simply I don't know. It's just gibberish. Why are they eliciting gibberish out of me? Because they're Packies, and Packies are, by their definition, who's them? The operators of this electronic torture. People who like them are called Packies because they have a low opinion of people from Pakistan. Okay, well, messages from Spirit, just so you know. Just somebody wants, more reasons for them to stop. Okay, this is like a tongue depressor. And this was part of a larger piece that was left behind by someone who made something for gay people to say, something about, back for his means, I don't know, somebody was religious and left this out someplace where I went. And I saw it, and I'm gay, so I said, well, that must be for me. And this was a sample of it, just to prove that, somebody was leaving messages just randomly around for people like me. You're going to think that was an impossibility? Well, it is probably, with the full context of that particular night. I'm sorry. Okay. Now, the next one, we got to Shoppers Drug Mart yesterday, and by synchronicity, Spirit had somehow arranged these. Now, these are chocolate bunnies, everybody knows. But the key thing here is Carnaby Sweet. Why? Well, anybody who has been following me, no one follows me. But if they did, other than you Packies, you would know Carnaby Street is where Stuart Wilde had his jeans business in London, England. And it's also where our fictional people, Vasily Fisk and Andrew Cheryenko, have a office. Metaphysical detectives. And then Carnaby Street is close to the Dog and Duck, which is Stuart Wilde's pub. It's just that this is a unique name, Carnaby Street, and we've used it multiple times when I've been talking over the years. If you did a hashtag blocked from giving you the words. But, it was something to do with what I gave you before. And this is definitely, a synchronicity. Not that I don't show synchronicities all the time. Time code synchronicities. They're not codes, they're synchronicities. Because I can't help you out. Anyways, those were the messages from Spirit. Do you want to know how horrible it is to be woken up at 3:30 in the morning by electronic harassment by a moron. What's a moron? An exceptionally stupid person, an exceptionally evil person. Electronic harassment that goes on all day long. Because the same fucking shit happens every day. Blah 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 blah. This particular operator is known as Bruce the Orc because he's as dumb as an orc from Lord of the Rings, as evil and is dumb. It's control drama. Celestine Prophecy has a bunch of control dramas and a bunch of insights. So if you went to Celestine Vision and you looked up all of the stuff on the Celestine Prophecy, would it help this particular operator? No. This operator has already decided that whatever he's doing is just going to be a demonstration of what he's going to do if God doesn't kiss its dirty, stinking shit field. Dirty, stinking ass. Because, I don't know. We've talked to you before about what we think of Peckies. Operators of this horrible, horrible machine, torture machine. Well, we've already told them this morning because they forced me to go pee. But, do you see that shit? That's what a Packy is. Anybody that would use electronic harassment on other human beings is known as a Packy, and you can see there's like shit there, and that's what a Packy is. Isn't it true? Well, people from Pakistan are going to say, Bobby, you're racist. I'm going to say, no. Did you want to choose us as being... No! I'm not a racist person, but this is forced into me by electronic harassment over and over and over again, because the operators of electronic harassment want to be called Packies. They have lots of examples in Bob's life of people who are brown who have been mean to him. But they didn't go through the list of white people. An unbelievably huge number of white people that have been horrible to me, yes. Any black people have been, no. Not off the hand, no. Generally people who are black, in my personal history of black people, I don't know, they're not Packy Brown. And there's a huge number of brown people who have been very kind to me. Very lovely people. Brown people, I don't know. Mostly we're going to guess that these actual operators are white. No, just because, I don't know. I think that's a big assumption because they could be, I don't know, they're trying to elicit me to tell you the word Latino. I don't know, because the small-minded operator is, I don't know, doing too much. Probably drugs. I don't know, they're trying to elicit meth. I don't know, meth, cocaine, crack. I don't know, booze. I don't know. I don't know. Making me try and say things is not going to help them out. Do you think I'm having a fun time being under electronic harassment? And I don't know. I can't help you out. I don't know. Packy, are we done? Are we done? Stan Pak. Stan Pak from Pakistan is the name this operator is trying to elicit from me. He's trying to, or he did. He did. That's just, I can't help you out. The same operator, yeah. We call him Bruce the Orc. I don't know, didn't we talk about Bruce was also a great white shark? I don't know, a long time ago there was a story about how sharks are so dumb that even if you slice open their belly and feed them their belly as food, it'll swallow their own piece of themselves and then it'll go right through their stomach. It'll recycle like around. You never understand unless you see the video. Are we done? I don't know, Bruce the Orc is here and he wants me to do a long